Hey Survivor Squad, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. Please never mind the crustiness. I'm actually exhausted. I am from work. I actually wanted to film this video at work, but things got a little bit hectic, so I just felt like, you know what, just go home and relax and join your survivors and share this video. As you can see by the title of the video, I told my manager that I'm living with HIV, and this is why. Like, I've got my reasons. Everybody have their own reasons to disclose or not to disclose. I always say you are not forced to disclose your HIV status, but Nina, I decided to tell my manager that I'm HIV positive, and I've got my own reasons. Without any further ado, let us get into the video. So yeah, I told my manager that I am living with HIV, and I have my own reasons. Like I said, it started with my previous manager, and when I was diagnosed, I had to tell her, because I was expected to come to the clinic each and every month for checkups. And well, yes, I guess the nurses just wanted to make sure that we are following everything that they're telling us to do, and to check up on my progress and all of those. And so I decided to open up and tell my previous manager, I am living with HIV, not was. I am living with HIV. So yeah, I opened up to her and told her, because like clinics, I don't know about now, but back then clinics would open like every Monday to Friday, like weekly. I don't know if right now clinics are opened during the weekend, but I just felt like, because I needed to be at work and my date would be a date that is during the week. So for me, I didn't want to be that person of like it's a miracle, man. Each and every month, and there's just that one day won't come to work. You understand? So I opened up and I told her that I'm living with HIV, and I just sat her down and I told her. I opened up and I shared like what I needed to share with her, and she understood. And each and every time I needed to go to the clinic, she would know like my date in advance, and every time they give me a new date, I would either WhatsApp her the card with the new date, so that she would know on the certain day I won't be at work. And then, because I was working in an environment where I was like not really working alone, but we're not like so many, but she needed to know, so that she could now delegate my work to somebody else that could assist me with my work, so that I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah. So I opened up and I told her that I am living with HIV, and she understood. And yeah, that is the reason why I opened up and told her that I'm living with HIV. Remember, you disclose to whoever that you want to disclose your HIV status. You open up to whoever that you want to, and if you feel like you don't want to tell certain people, you've got the right not to tell, and you will not be discriminated at work because you are living with HIV. According to the Equality Act, it is illegal you should be discriminated, or you must be discriminated because of your HIV status by your manager or by your colleagues. So yeah, based on that, I had to just sit them down and I told the manager only, and she understood my reasons of not coming to work. It was because of I needed to go to the clinic for my checkups. If you are discriminated and you feel like when you disclose your status to your manager, remember that that is a breach of confidentiality. If you feel like you are being discriminated, that is actually illegal. nobody should go out and tell the other person status sa motho o mongwe. So yeah, that is my reason why I told my first manager I was living with HIV. Again, if you feel like you need to disclose, like myself, that I did, your reasons could be that you want your shift to be adjusted, or maybe you want something else to be adjusted so that you could be able to also maintain keeping yourself healthy, making sure that you get the necessary attention at the clinic, or either you going to the doctor. And the people that you're allowed to tell, it's your direct manager and your HR manager. That is it. You are not forced to tell your colleagues. You are not allowed to tell the whole department, hey, I'm HIV positive. No. If you feel like you're not ready to share, then it's okay. You don't have to share. In my case, I just shared with my direct manager, and then she understood, and she made sure that every time I needed to go to the clinic, she discussed with my colleagues they needed to take over my responsibilities. And yeah, those are some of the reasons why I had to tell the previous manager I was living with HIV. And the second manager that I had to tell was when I had moved and found another job. I found a job where I was working night shifts only, and I was working 12 hours. And I remember this other day I had terrible period pains, and even I experienced those pains already on my way to work. So next or anything like that, I was already going to work. So when I got to work, I took period pain killers, and then I started working and all that fine. And later, around 9 o'clock, which is my time to take my medication, I also had to take my ARVs. So those pills, the period pain killers and my ARVs, they just totally knocked me out. They knocked me out. I slept. I couldn't finish my job or my work for the day. And in the morning, I just felt like things like this could get me into trouble. So let me just go and tell my manager I couldn't finish my job for the night because of those reasons. And that's when I opened up and told her that I'm living with HIV. So right now I got another job again. No, not basic. Okay, I moved departments. Yeah, like I said, I think I mentioned this in one of my videos. I think it was the Get to Know Me. That I moved from a chemistry laboratory to a histology laboratory. So I moved from working the night shifts to working day shifts. So yeah, last year when COVID started, just a month when COVID started, that's when I moved to the new department, or to the new lab. And when I got there, fine, I was like, okay, I'm chilled. I'm working day shift. There's no need for me to open up and tell my manager I'm HIV positive. But when COVID started, we had to sign the risk assessment forms, and in those forms there was this other part where it was saying they were actually checking our well-beings and all that. They mentioned all the chronics and then, but they didn't mention HIV. They said other. So I ticked on the other, and my manager called me. I guess she wanted to understand what do I mean by other. And I opened up and told her that, okay, I'm saying other because the chronic that I'm living with, it's not mentioned on either of these that are listed on this form. So I'm living with HIV. And she was very understanding as well. I remember with this other time, we were supposed to go to help to another lab where we analyze COVID samples. So with that, I was very anxious. I was like, oh, now I'm living with HIV, and now we are requested to go and assist at that other lab. yo, what if I was so anxious. I was so scared. I remember I went to her. I was like, I can't go. I will not even volunteer to go and help because of the reason that I'm living with HIV. And I was just anxious. You understand? I was just anxious. COVID has just started, and yeah, there was just a lot going on. Yeah, people were dying, people died, and yeah, I was just scared for my life. So that's when I opened up. I started sharing, I started teaching her, although I knew that she knew quite a lot about HIV, but because me being the bubbly person, me being the talkative for Kamogelo, so I just started going on and on and on and on and on about how I'm feeling, about the transmission, about the treatment, about me being undetectable. And yeah, I just started sharing, and she was like, you know what, I am just glad that you are taking care of yourself, and I admire you. Like, I'm just glad that everywhere that I go, all the managers that I have worked with, we actually gel. I'm very bubbly. I'm very bubbly, I'm very loud, I love my personality, and that made it very easy for me to open up again. So yeah, I just want to make this point that being HIV positive will not make any difference in your employability, or will not affect your job. So if you feel like that you're being discriminated, you know that you can report that to the HR. So yeah, so Mina, I told my manager that I was living with HIV, and because I always say that talking about my stages helped me to heal. I'm continuously healing, even though like I've accepted and everything. Like, hearing new views or sharing to a new person, like I'm sharing with you guys, like for me it's just a healing process. It's just a healing process. So yeah, those are the reasons why I decided to tell all the managers that I've worked with, or that the manager that I'm working with, that I am living with HIV. So if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and please share it with everybody that would love to hear this video or see this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and help me grow. We are on our road to 500. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you on my next video. Bye.